Asked about electroconvulsive treatment, or ECT, as a treatment options for adults with certain mental health conditions. So what exactly is ECT? What conditions does it treat, and who are the best candidates? Well, Megan Miller from the BridgeWay joins us in studio to answer all of those questions. Good morning, Megan.
Good morning.
So I have never heard of this before. So what exactly is ECT? How does it work?
So ECT, or electroconvulsive therapy, is a medical treatment, and it is provided to adults who have depression or bipolar disorder that have tried other options that just haven't worked for them. So during the procedure, you go under general anesthesia, and electrical currents are put through the brain to induce a very brief seizure. That's an intentional seizure that we're doing. And it's found that that just changes the brain chemistry, and in most patients can make a very swift change in their symptoms.
So how often exactly would a patient receive this type of treatment?
So we offer ECT both inpatient and outpatient in treatment, and it's done 2 to 3 times per week, and patients generally have between 6 and 12 sessions depending on their needs.
Who would be the best candidate for this kind of treatment?
We look only to adults for ECT, and generally are the adults that are suffering from a disorder that they're taking antidepressants that haven't been successful for them. In that category of patients, their depression improves in about 70 to 90% of patients that use this treatment. There are other categories that might be considered, for instance, adults who cannot, or sorry, older adults who cannot tolerate antidepressants. This might be a better option for them, or pregnant women who can't take antidepressants because of the damage to the fetus. This might be an opportunity. There's also some different diagnoses that could be considered, such as schizophrenia. But since that's such a broad scope and it's not for everyone, the best option is to call the BridgeWay and let one of our physicians do a consultation to see if it could be a good option for you.
Go over again those statistics of how successful this treatment is. I thought that was pretty big.
Yeah, so those who begin the treatment, 70 to 90% of them see a change in their depressive symptoms.
Is this kind of a last resort type of treatment for those who, like, medications aren't working for them exactly?
It is tends to be a last resort. We do want to see if we can do less invasive options before you move to ECT. But overall, you'll see that it is a safe procedure, and in so many patients that it makes that improvement, and that is a higher rate of improvement than what you see with a traditional antidepressant.
So again, this is mainly for adults, not children or teenagers?
That is true. We only do this treatment for adults.
What else do people need to know about electroconvulsive therapy?
Like I mentioned before, it is a safe procedure. You are surrounded by a team of professionals and experts who have additional training. So it sounds intimidating to hear that you would go under anesthesia, and there are risks related with anesthesia we go over, but we make sure that you're comfortable and that you're very safe. Those who are looking into treatment should also consider having a support person who can attend those treatments with them, because we do not recommend that they drive themselves home after those treatments.
Is there like a healing process after this, or how are you going to feel after this happens?
There can be some side effects that you might experience, and the physician can go over those with you. They're usually not long-term side effects, so most people, while we don't recommend that they drive home, may be feeling better later that same day.
Okay, well, if somebody's interested or would like just more information, how can they reach out to the BridgeWay?
It is very easy, because we are open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year at our North Little Rock location on BridgeWay Road, or you can give us a call at 1-800-245-0011.
Okay, Megan, very interesting. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right, we'll have more Channel 7 news after the break.